Top 10 Most Memorable Moments in How I Met Your Mother. Although the ending for this romantic sitcom was extremely lackluster, the show had a great run in building up a 9-season-long journey of how Ted Mosby, Josh Radnor, tells the tale of him in his late 20s all the way to how he met his wife. 6 years since the show had finished, I have binged the series 5 times to try to pick out any hidden Easter eggs, but I found the most enjoyable to bring us some of my favourite moments throughout the series. Here's the 10 most memorable moments in How I Met Your Mother. There will be a mix of hilarious scenes that will make you laugh till your stomach explodes, whilst other moments are more on the sad end of the spectrum and you remember the tough times the cast had faced throughout the show's run. So be ready for a couple of tears. I promise it won't be too sad. Before we start, if you guys find this video interesting, please let us know by smashing the like button. And if you enjoyed the content of our video playlist and want to see more, then please subscribe and don't forget the notification bell to get the latest updates. Number 10. The Cockamies. Season 1, Episode 7. What a better way to kick off the list than to start with where the series had begun. Although things happened in this episode that all fans remember, Robin presenting the news about a matchmaking service called Love Solutions that Ted should try but to no avail, while Marsha and Lily deal with an unusual creature that lies in the heart of their apartment. The undeniable skepticism that the couple first developed stems from Lily believing what they saw was a cockroach, while Marshall believed it was a mouse. To most of the patrons at the McLaren's pub, they all believed that Marshall and Lily out of their minds since they could not physically prove that this creature exists. As the couple work to settle a couple of traps to unravel the identity of the creature, they must overcome their fears and battle skepticism to solve the mystery of this mysterious creature. To which they do, and in fact Robin also catches a glimpse of this strange creature. Number 9. The Death of Marshall's Father. Season 6, Episode 13. For such an amazing episode that only sees Marshall and Lily go through a specialist diagnosing her pregnancy takes an emotional turn as Marshall learns about the death of his father, Mr. Oakenfold died of a heart attack. The tragic end of this episode had featured a subtle numerical countdown to this life-changing event. Marshall's response echoed that of anybody who experienced the loss of a parent at his or any age. I'm not ready for this. A lot of things have happened to Marshall throughout the series and fans sympathize with his father. But this is truly heartbreaking since a prominent figure in his life is no longer with him. Number 8. Ted's parents revealing their separation. Season 2, Episode 3. Although this moment may sound sad for viewers who haven't watched it, it is actually more hilarious than meets the eye. What tended to be a wholesome moment of Ted reuniting with his parents turned into a full of rage as he informed by Barney that his father was picking up Wendy, the waitress, after inviting him out for a drink. Finding it extremely difficult to confront his father about it since all he ever talked about him was growing up with baseball. He musters up the courage only to find that he was left in an awkward situation. Upon closer inspection, you can see that each corresponding couple is matching the same colour of clothing. Ted's parents also told him that they met at an Irish bar, which is the case for McLaren's, the location where Ted met Robin. The point of this scene was to confirm that Ted and Robin were supposed to break up just like his parents eventually did. Number 7. Robin becomes a wee girl. Season 4, Episode 8. Robin and Lily's relationship is never as thoroughly developed as the boys want, but this is a great example of their connection and a common problem between girlfriends. Single Robin feels shafted out of alone time with a married BFF, so Robin joins Lily and her teacher's friends only to discover the ladies that are a breed of women who screw over everything from half-price shots to teasy songs and jokingly refer to each other in the most debasing terms. Maybe she only celebrates high holidays like the Mardi Gras and Spring Break, says Robin. Maybe she's just a cultural rule. But before long, Robin is hanging out with a stretch hammer in a tiny cowboy hat and swirling in a bottle, leading to a wholesome exchange between her and Lily. Barney Simone of the importance of re-girls is priceless, and the active twist is that rules are actually smart women didn't lose at the bar, which is what Robin needs. Number 6. Ted cheers Robin up. Season 7, Episode 12. In one of the heavier episodes, Robin thinks she's pregnant, only to learn that she never will be. It was an interesting decision on the part of the writers because Robin has claimed never to want kids, but there's nothing like being denied something to make you reconsider, and the episode is framed as Robin's conversation with the son and daughter she's not planning to have. She hides the truth from her friends. Ted tries to coax it out of her, and when he fails, he surprises her by turning the apartment into a Christmas light show set to AC/DC's Highway to Hell. It's gestures like these that continue to make it hard to accept Barney and Robin as a couple. Number 5. Ted going to the AK Club. Season 1, Episode 5. The craziness that happened at the AK Club made it one of the best episodes of the first season. It was also important in the grand scheme of things as Ted realized he hated clubs and being friendly with the coach girl. Another memorable moment can be seen when Barney takes the blind approach with Ted being his wingman, scanning for any potential hookups. As he finally spots a girl and starts dancing with her, She turns around and just as they're about to kiss, Barney and the girl are in utter shock and stumble from one another. Upon leaving the OK Club, Barney, disappointed, tells Ted that the girl was dancing with is his cousin Leslie, which leaves Ted to laugh uncontrollably as Barney tells him that nothing will be remembered from this night. As Ted bids his farewell to the Kojak girl, he asks Barney to tip her, where Ted blackmails it by almost telling another person of what Barney had done that night. Surely an experience that Ted will remember forever. Number 4. The Mother's Review, Season 8, Episode 24. For so long, a lot of fans were worried that the writers of the show would never review the mother until the final episode, but in a smart, ballsy move, the writers unveiled her in Season 8 finale. Christian Bonelli was recognized in some from Broadway's Once and a Brief Stint on 30 Rock, where she was a total surprise, and showing it to the audience, Flirt brought us into the momental weekend ahead. We had the bird's eye view of everyone here, and the compressed timeframe amplified the drama, as did the Sheen's simple song. Lotte's mother was tested well with fans. Our only complaint is that we wanted more of her. Number 3. Jumping Off the Roof, Season 4, Episode 24. Another one of those spectacular finales, Season 4 was undeniably one of my favourite seasons out of the first one. On his 31st birthday, Ted is savaged by the goat that he initially remembered being for his 30th surprise birthday the previous season. This caps up a pretty bad year, so when Lily tells Ted to take the leap and quit designing a building he doesn't care about, she evidently inspires something else entirely, Marshall running to the roof and jumping to the adjacent one, with each of his friends following suit. This could be a callback to the pilot in which Ted refers to taking the leap to pursue Robin, in the wake of a news report about a guy who didn't jump off the George Washington Bridge. In any case, this and the goat is an impressive little community, since Ted referenced those ill 5 words, "I can jump that far," much earlier in the season. How I Met Your Mother had a knack for stitching monopoly endings into mediocre episodes, making them that much more memorable. Also, kudos for sending the amendment to AC Newsman Prophets, which might be the best use of a song in the whole series. Number 2. Ted finding Heartbroken Marshall in the Rain, Season 1, Episode 22. The first season of How I Met Your Mother ended with 2 huge uppings in the stakes. First, Ted and Robin properly getting together, so Ted was top of the world. Then he returns home to find Marshall sitting in the rain on the steps outside their apartment building, looking for him and holding his engagement ring. In a million years, the last thing How I Met Your Mother fans were expecting was for college sweethearts Marshall and Lily, perhaps the most adorable couple in the world, to break up. These final moments of Season 1 were still memorable 8 seasons later. Number 1. Barney reunites Marshall and Lily, Season 2, Episode 19. This is the sweetest thing Barney ever did, which is used to remember during his late season carny jump. Though he acts as there's no time for Marshall's tears, it's revealed that his cock-blocking for Marshall earlier in the season was part of the plan to save him for Lily, which culminates on a trip to San Francisco to buy her a ticket home. You and Marshall belong together. If you knew what he was going through right now, you wouldn't be here for 1 more second. The mix-up between Robin's, shower gift, and Lily's grandmother in this episode was equally phenomenal. Being one of the most popular sitcoms along Friends and The Big Bang Theory, the plot of How I Met Your Mother unfolds each episode and either takes a turn for the better or for the worse for each respective cast. Similar to life, there were always ups and downs, but we all need to look on the bright side no matter what and stay strong. Do you agree with our list? What was your favourite moment in How I Met Your Mother? Did the ending surprise you? Please let us know by shouting it out in the comments. And also, if you want to give your family a surprise gift for any special occasion, you can always check out our website and look for creative and adorable gifts. This has been Music Chess, signing out.